Alright, welcome back to the Dark Knight Brother Games channel here on YouTube. Today is Atari Wednesdays, and we're going to talk about the Atari 2600 because I will be receiving my Atari 2600 Plus. Unfortunately, it won't be until the 30th of this month. I'm guessing they've had a big order. People ordering these, so I don't know what's going on, because originally it said that it wouldn't be here until January the 2nd. So I think a lot of people is probably not going to be getting theirs right off the bat. So if you haven't checked your notifications, you might want to go check if you ordered a 2600 Plus, because when I looked at mine, it was saying originally planned to ship to you on January the 2nd. Now it's saying the 30th of November, which actually is a good thing. But I wanted to talk about Atari, obviously. As you may know, I do have an original 6-switch. This was handed to me from my dad and my uncles, because I used to play this when I was little. And I've got some games I wanted to show off that I can't wait to play again on the 2600 Plus and give them a try. So that's what we're going to do in this video. We're going to go discuss about the Atari 2600 Plus. I do plan on doing an unboxing video when I do finally receive the system. It kind of does suck that I'm not getting it like next week or anything. I have to wait 2 weeks, but I'm guessing they are selling too many of them. I don't know to be able to handle. So we'll talk a little bit more about 2600 Plus, but we're gonna go ahead and go through some of the games I have for the Atari 2600. Start out with Space Invaders. Awesome game. Start out very slow. Obviously, you're going back and forth. And then, of course, the more enemies you shoot, the faster they come down, the more struggling it can get to try to beat it. Because let me tell you something. A lot of times I would get that last one on there, and it would be coming down and be moving all over the place. And it's just like, and you have to hit it a specific way, because it's like, there's like a delay in the shot. And, you know, when you shoot them, you have to make sure you're hitting them at the right time. It has to be, it's all about timing, because you may end up missing. Another game I have is Frogger. Frogger is a classic. This was a Parker Brothers, yeah. As you can see, Parker Brothers. Another one we have here is probably one of the best ones out of the bunch when it comes to the Pac-Man, and that is Miss Pac-Man. Miss Pac-Man is probably one of the best Pac-Man games for the Atari. The original one was okay. It does get a lot of... There's some people that don't even like the original Pac-Man, but another one I have here is Star Raiders. Like I said, I love my shooters, so that is one of my favorite shooters to play. Fun fact about Star Raiders is, as you can see in the art, the ship that's in it is not the ship that's in the game. So the ships actually look like TIE fighters from Star Wars. And I think that's why they did this on the cover art, is have that ship design, because they thought they'd probably get in trouble for a copyright issue. But honestly, it could have been a Star Wars game, honestly. Another classic from Activision is Kaboom. This game is, yeah. The further you get, the harder the level gets. And it can be very stressful. Sometimes, as an adult, you might cuss like a sailor because of it. That's how bad sometimes. Another one I have is from 20th Century Fox, and that is MASH. Based off the TV show. Obviously, if you know anything about MASH, is that they bring people that are injured, that are soldiers that are wounded, to their base so they can actually surgically help them. And in that situation, same thing with the game. You're flying with a helicopter, picking up people, taking them back to base. And then there's a operation level, which actually resembles the game Operation in a way, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Another game I have is another Clica. This is my is a Clica that I have. One of them is Mr. Do. Mr. Do is a variant of Dig Dug. It's resembles Dig Dug in a way. Obviously, you're going around. You have enemies chasing you, and you have to dig your way up. And then there's these pumpkins. You go underneath them when an enemy comes close to you, and if it drops on the enemy, it takes your enemy out. And then you have to collect these letters that come through every level. So let's actually save that for last. Or maybe we'll save that other one for last. Okay. So here's my other Clica. It is a Nintendo game that was on the Atari, and it is Donkey Kong. And something you need to know about the Donkey Kong, because there might be some viewers that might be like, what, younger viewers that might come on here and be like, wait, they had Donkey Kong on that? Yeah. Well, obviously it's based off the arcade version, which had Mario and the princess. Obviously, it was Mario. Climb up the ladders, and you have to get to the top and save the princess, while Donkey Kong is throwing the barrels down at you to try to stop you. Very classic game. And here, of course, we have Pac-Man, the original one. Probably one of the worst, in my opinion, Pac-Man games. But these actually came, if I'm not mistaken, the way my dad said, was that the Pac-Man games actually came with your Atari when you went to buy them. It was part of like a pack-in deal. And then we have Activision's Pitfall. Pitfall is a classic. It is a fun game that I enjoy playing, and always loved Pitfall. Fun game. Fun fact, that was Jack Black's first gig when he was 13 years old, was doing the commercial for Pitfall. It started his career, he says. And then last but not least, we leave with probably one of the most controversial games in Atari because of the damage that was done and the history behind it. With the whole crash for Atari that had the gaming crash that Atari went through. And that is E.T. E.T. was today everybody, still people enjoy E.T., but it was a disaster. I mean, in a way I can understand why. So you have to collect, like in the movie, you have to collect parts to build your satellite to get your telephone, shall we say, to send out a call to the ship to come down and get you. You're also being chased by the people that's coming after you and stuff. But you have to drop in the holes, and that's where you'll find the parts for the telephone. But E.T. extends his neck to be able to hover out of or fly out of the holes. It's really weird, but it can be fun. But that is the history behind that. It because of how bad it was reviewed and how people actually hated it because of that, how it was designed and everything. Because the game was rushed. They had rushed this game to release close to the actual movie. So it would be out to correspond with the actual release of E.T. So, but if you know also history about E.T. is that, you know, they buried them. They actually buried a bunch of these copies that they still had in the middle of the desert. It's crazy. It's actually a good article. You should go, if you haven't read anything on that, you should go check it out. It's pretty cool. There are some people that actually have bought like the original ones that were in the down there in the desert. So pretty cool stuff. I do have some more games that I've been purchasing that will be here sometime. I did get Vanguard, Defender, Asteroids, and Mega Mania, which is an awesome shooter. But other than that, you know, that's the Atari games that I have that was given to me. So, Atari 2600 Plus. I can't wait to finally receive that. Obviously, I got the Atari 2600. It's supposed to be here. This is my Christmas. Finally, it's coming early, so that's a good thing. Some of the stuff may not come early. I'm guessing with the Atari 2600 Plus being pushed back to like not being able to get it until the 30th. I may not be getting the other stuff until later, or I may get it sooner. I don't know. But I have 2 games coming with it. Of course, it is Mr. Run and Jump for the 2600, which is the first, I think it's first ever 2600 Atari game that's published by Atari in 30 years, which is crazy. And then, of course, Berserk, the new redone one that has, like, I guess they've added sounds in it that was never in the original one. I'll have to look back on that, but supposed to be getting that. And then also the paddle controllers with the 4 games that comes with it. So obviously the Atari 2600 Plus comes with a pack-in of 10 games. Of course, it's one of those switches where you have to go in there and dip switches to set the game that you want to play. But other than that, I don't know when other stuff will be coming. It may come sooner than my system. But I was hoping on everything coming at once so I can do one big unboxing, because I was planning on doing an unboxing of this for next week's Atari Wednesdays. But we may have to figure something else out. Until then, I might do another video showing off some of the games I got. But if I get it yet, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I don't even know. Honestly, I really want to know how many of these they have actually sold. Because if it's been pushed, if you're not getting your systems for a while, then they oversold. I would think. They were overwhelmed with orders. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. But it does say that mine will be here on the 30th, so we'll have to wait and see. That's 2 weeks away, so we'll see what happens. But until then, thank you for watching this video. And with all that being said, I'll see you in the next one, and take care.